Welcome to Because. We have a great show planned for you today. We'll start out with Mike Scharringhausen from the Schaumburg Athletic Association. He'll be here to discuss their new offering of lacrosse. Next, we'll check out all the Halloween happenings within the Schaumburg Park District. And we'll conclude today's episode with Pat. She'll stop by Lynfred Winery to hear about their holiday offerings. Stick around. We'll be right back after these messages. I'm here with Mike Scharringhausen from the Schaumburg Athletic Association. Mike, welcome to Because.
Thanks, great to be here again.
Hey, thanks for coming in. We really appreciate it. Tell us a little bit about your past involvement and current involvement with the Schaumburg Athletic Association.
It's pretty heavy. I've been involved with theirs. My son's 16, so I've been involved for a good 10, 12 years. The last 4 or 5 been involved in the executive board. There's a VP there, and been coaching and managing teams all the way through. Whether it's baseball, basketball, and now lacrosse. So we're getting, I'm involved now is looking to get lacrosse up to speed. And I'm involved with lacrosse and the lacrosse board as well as the executive board. I want to talk to you a little bit about lacrosse.
Great, yeah, let's hear it. I know that's one of the newer offerings. And before we get into that, thank you for your involvement in SAA over the years. I know having kids that are involved in the program, it takes a lot of volunteers like yourself to keep it going, and that's really important for our community to have a solid athletic association, so we really appreciate it.
Thank you. I mean, it's all of SAA, though, is run by volunteers. I mean, you have a few part-time to help with some of the admin in the background, but that's kind of the reason why lacrosse come to speed now that we haven't a couple of years ago, is because we are all parent-run, we need the parents or people involved to volunteer and get the programs up to speed. So lacrosse, we thought about doing a couple of years ago, and we had a few people interested in doing it, but didn't really have that groundswell. And over the last year or so, there's really been a groundswell of people asking about lacrosse, enough so that we can get a board developed and people to run the sport.
Yeah. So tell us a little about this sport. We're kind enough to bring one of the...
Yeah, brought some of the props and some of the new stuff coming
in.
That's right there is the main a stick, or on the East Coast they'll call it a spoon, but in the Midwest you would call it a stick. You'll see 3 different sticks in lacrosse, but primarily that's the primary one right through there. The play on a field about the size of a soccer field, a little over a soccer field. It's similar to hockey in that there's lines are changing, from offense to defense, and you have a goalie and a 6x6 net that you can go both sides all around the net.
Right. And stick-wise, I know there's different lengths for different positions. Is that right?
Exactly. So this is the most common here, or what's called the shorty or short stick, and that's the most common one. And most of the people we start the lacrosse from, we using the short stick.
Okay.
You'll have a goalie stick, which has a much bigger head, and then also when and the game develops and the skill sets leather, there'll be what's called a D pole or a defensive pole, and the length on the stick will be probably about double what it is here. So the head will be similar, but it'll have a much longer shaft on it. Okay. And the purpose of that is they can jab and prod and actually intercept passes on it.
Right. Oh, very cool. So lacrosse in general, and you said it's gaining steam in the area, and you mentioned the East Coast. It's pretty prevalent out there already.
It's been pretty heavy for quite some time. I mean, the game goes back a long time in the U.S. and as far as when the kids get involved, they found out the Native Americans were playing it.
No kidding.
But as far as the modern version of it, it's been on the East Coast for some time. In the Midwest here, District 211's been playing it for, I want to say 5-6 years in the high schools, and it's just the last 3 years it's really exploded. In the last year, the numbers are through the roof. So we play in some different house leagues around the area. And all of a sudden now it's gone from 100 kids playing to 600 kids playing.
No kidding.
And it's time for SA to get involved and more of that feeder and get the skills developed at a younger age, as opposed to just waiting for the high school to get up to speed.
And as far as SA involvement, I know you have something coming up this winter as far as kind of an entry-level introduction, or what would you call it?
Perfect. An introductory, a skills camp, for lack of a better term. We're starting one in November. It'll be run maybe 4 or 5 weeks. And then we're looking to do a couple more before the season starts. We're looking to have this be a spring sport, so it'll start in April and go through late June, early July. And that way it matches up to what the high school is doing.
Oh, that makes sense. Sure.
And it's both boys and girls. This helmet we have here is actually for what the boys are wearing, but we're looking to will be a program for the boys and girls as well.
Well, that's great. And as far as age divisions and classifications, things like that, is it pretty similar to soccer and baseball, where certain ages are paired up, or how does
Very
lacrosse work?
similar. With this first year, it'll be a learning curve for SAA as far as, we're not sure how many people actually come out, so we're hoping for more than we know what to do with.
Sure.
But the goal in this first part of the board, we're talking that we'll start with probably 4th or 5th graders, and then go through 8th grade,
Okay.
and then let the high school take over from there. And the reason we're starting there is there's the catching and throwing the ball is not as easy as it seems. So
Sure.
it needs to be a little bit of the fine motor skills
Right.
going through, as opposed to like a soccer ball, you can go and track it down.
Sure.
But this little ball
Yeah.
hitting inside the pocket on the stick's a little bit more involved.
Yeah, a little
So
heavy ball.
It is heavy, and it hurts. I mean, that's the reason why you see the mask and the big helmet is when a kid's not paying attention, you don't want one of these hitting the back of your head.
Right, and you mentioned fairly similar to hockey as far as technique and style of play, as far as wingers and centers and defense roaming.
Everyone else trying to figure what sport is the best of it, and probably hockey's the closest in that. You also have some basketball pieces and some soccer pieces as well. But in a lacrosse, a full-size field, you'll have 10v10 with a goal on each side.
Okay.
There'll be 3 on defense that can't go past the half court of the line.
Okay.
3 midfielders who can cover the whole field,
Huh.
and then 3 defensive men who can or defensive women can only go up to their half of the field. So there's 3 that go the whole field, and the other 3 on each side can only go up to that midpoint without going offside.
Wow, so it is 10 on 10. I didn't realize that. And so the regulation lacrosse field is about how many
It's
yards?
it's about the same, a little bit larger than a football field.
Okay.
It can be any size depending on the age group. With the smaller ages, we'll look to shrink that field a little bit so there's a little more touches.
Sure.
There's no sense in having
Right.
a kid run 30
Right.
yards to pick up a ball. But with the high school level, if you see their fields, it's basically the soccer fields the Lions are playing on, a little bit larger.
Okay.
The goals are 6 foot by 6 foot.
Okay.
And there's just like in hockey, but there's a crease that goes all the way around,
Okay.
where that's a goalie space, and you can't go inside of it.
Is it similar to soccer or hockey in respect to the goal? Can the players go behind the goal like in hockey, or is it like soccer where the goal going behind the goal is out of bounds? As far as the net goes.
With lacrosse, the attackmen actually play behind it. Like what they call the X-Man will play behind the
No
net
kidding. Okay.
and kind of control
That's
the
cool.
offense. So there's depending on the size of the field, anywhere from 10 to 15, 20 yards behind the goal. Let's say 10 yards behind the goal.
Right.
Don't hold me that it's the field
Sure,
dimensions
sure.
on this.
No, that's okay.
But they can play behind the net and then actually pivot to and run the offense
Oh,
from
that's
there.
very cool. Very cool. And I know from just seeing, I live right over by Camp Lake Park, and there's kids playing with lacrosse sticks out in the fields there, just practicing and things like that. And
You're seeing the same thing I am as well.
Yeah, as we talked about the show, I have a couple neighborhood kids that have a pitchback, and instead of a baseball, they're throwing a lacrosse ball against the pitchback. So I think as far as SAA, timing-wise, I think you're hitting it right on the
I
head.
think so. We're expecting big things. I mean, just in the little bit of word of mouth on it, we have this first clinic is filling up fast, and by the time this airs, we'll be in the midst of it. So if you want to come out and see it, they'll be running on Monday and Tuesday over at Sports Center
Right.
in the evening for, I think, maybe an hour and a half, depending on
Okay.
age group. We're kind of staggering that. And I hope to do another clinic again, just to get some of the basic ideas and skills out
Sure.
to those who've never touched a stick and what the game's about. I mean, one of the biggest people are afraid of or not are concerned with as far as parents is that you got all this gear and I don't want my kids getting beat up.
Right.
Or is it like football, you're beating this up. The main thing, if you're watching a well-played lacrosse game, they're not really killing each other, trying to run over each other. The main reason for the equipment is for these sticks. These guys
Sure.
are whacking around, and the ball is hard, it's going through. And there's a little bit difference in the game between boys and girls, and the boys tend much more aggressive and do some checking and some stick checking.
Right.
Where on the girls' side, the helmet will just be like a face guard. They protect their eyes.
Okay.
And they're not nearly as aggressive. They're not checking, and they're not physically putting their bodies against one another as what happens in the boys' levels.
Right. So the contact's less body to body, more stick to body on occasion.
Exactly. And occasionally, there'll be some scrums when the ball's on the ground.
Sure.
They're going through it, but the equipment isn't designed for, like you see with football, there's
Sure.
explosive hits into one another. It's more protecting against the sticks and the balls coming at them in
Right.
different ways. We're not noticing it.
And then so the startup clinics are starting now, registration is ongoing now, and then as far as the spring season goes, the anticipation registration being,
Actually, registration for the spring season's open now.
Oh, great.
We
Oh.
usually we're at a wait to kind of wait. We're follow the tradition with softball and baseball. But we want to get open. We have a very active board that also is gun ho, ready to do it. Originally, we the clinics at the first of the year, and they wanted one right away. So there's one starting now, and then hopefully get another clinic before the spring. But registration is open right now for the spring season. It's at saaonline.com underneath the lacrosse tab. There's a lot of information that's being updated under the lacrosse tab as well. So if anyone's interested in finding more about it, as far as anything, there's a lot of stuff there as far as videos as well to learn a little bit about it, because it is a learning curve.
Sure.
But once you get into, kids love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. The ones who do it, they find a passion for it, and it's neat to see.
Well, I think, and excuse the wrong analogy, I think it's going to be a home run for SA to get involved in lacrosse.
I think it, and
I think
then
from seeing the standpoint of kids being active in our community, starting to play it already, and knowing neighboring communities starting to get involved too, I think the timing is really, really right.
I agree.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add in regards to lacrosse that you can think of before we finish up, Mike?
Just that it's a boys and a girls program, and we're looking to get as many families involved. Any questions at all, give us a call, find more information on the website, or send an email to us, and we'll love to see you out there. When the clinics come out and see a little bit about it. If you don't want to participate in the clinics, just come see what it's all about, and talk to the parents and the other kids.
Sounds like a great idea. Well, Mike, really appreciate you coming in again. I know you came in last year as well. I appreciate you coming in again.
Anytime.
Appreciate you guys that volunteer for SA. It really does make a difference in what we do in the community.
And thank you for all your support in the Park District as well.
Quite welcome.
Can't do without it.
Looking forward to it.
Great.
Well, please stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, I'm Mary Rice here at Spring Valley Nature Center and Heritage Farm, and it's Haunting in the Valley Night. Let's check out some of the activities. Fives, calling all fives.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
This is George Gray reporting for Because TV. We're checking out all of the awesome, cool, ghoulish, goblinish fun that's going on at the Schaumburg Park District's fall and Halloween special events. Let's go check it out.
I'm giving you a
All right.
All right, we're here at Booty U. We're talking to some people, some girls, some guys that have shown up for Booty U tonight. It's a little different this year. It's just the third and fourth graders, right? Yeah. So, why don't you tell me your name, what school you go to, and what your costume is?
My name's Delaney. I go to Nathan Hale, and I'm a rock-out zombie.
Yeah, you are.
My name is Haley, and I'm a clown, and I go to Collins.
Haley the Collins clown.
I'm Lauren. I go
You're a retired football player?
and I go to Collins.
You gotta look up there, though. You gotta look up at the camera. What's your name again?
Lauren,
Yeah?
and I go to Collins, and I'm a football player.
All right.
My name is Emma. I go to Collins, and I'm a wolf spirit.
She's a wolf spirit, everybody. That's a new one. I like it. I like the wolf spirit.
Hi, my name is Kiera. I go to Collins, and I'm a witch. I turn you all into a frog.
You're a witch, and now you're gonna turn into a frog. Okay.
Hi,
You gotta look at the camera.
Hi, my name's Ava, and I go to Hoover Elementary School.
And what are you?
I'm a nerd.
Don't say that about yourself.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. My name is Vaughn, and I'm a slender man. Don't look at me, please.
All right, good talk, dude.
I'm Courtney, and I go to Collins, and I'm Maddie from Liv and Maddie.
From what?
From Liv and Maddie, the show.
Is it? Do you think this is something that an average guy like me watches? This is on my network. What is that on? Like Disney?
Disney Channel. Yes, Disney Channel.
All right. All right. All right. So we've met a lot of fun friends at Boo to You. We got a lot of people having a good time. The DJ's playing an awesome song right now. I think some Macklemore just came on, so everybody's got to go dance.
Open Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Open Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Open Gangnam Style.
Oh my God! Boo to You this year is epic. You gotta be here next year. All you second graders, you gotta be here. All you third graders that are gonna be fourth graders, you gotta be here. Woo! It's about that time for us to go on this year's Halloween house decorating tour. Come along with us as we see what kind of creepy creations Schaumburg's great houses have come up with this year. Let's check it out.
Come here, Anthony. I want to just talk to you. Come here.
Please help me! Please! No, no, no! Ah, please!
Hello, I'm Pat Casler, Director of Communications for the Schaumburg Park District. And whether it be a relaxing night enjoying some great wine, an evening at a bed and breakfast, or some of the most wonderful holiday gift ideas that I've ever seen, Lynfred is the place to come. And we're here today with Christina Anderson-Heller. And welcome.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
And boy, everything's decked out here. Tell us a little bit about what Lynfred's doing for the holidays.
Well, I think, everybody always thinks about wine when they think of Lynfred Winery, but I think we have one of the most adorable gift shops around. We have not just everything you could find at like your typical big, department stores. We have fun, fancy little foods, but one of my personal favorite things we have right now is a wine purse. It can be a purse, but it's also insulated, and you can have a bottle of wine in it. It's great for the train.
And it also comes in black.
And it also comes in black and leopard and all different kinds. We also have all kinds of fun wine glasses. There's a company called Lolita, and Lolita wine glasses, a lot of people collect them. This one's fun. This is Let It Flow, Let It Flow, Let It Flow. And we have all kinds of wine-themed ornaments. We have grape ornaments. This one says Deck the Hall with lots of cocktails. And fun, shoe ornaments. But my favorite part are that we have all of our Christmas wines. And so I have for you today, this is our glug. You can call it Glühwein. That's what a lot of people know, the traditional. Glogg.
There it is.
And this is a wine, it's already has all the spices in it. All you have to do is warm it up. And after a cold night outside, you come in and you warm up. This is the one time you can hold your glass like this, right? And if you smell, you get all the cinnamon.
It's delicious.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh,
warms you up from the inside.
It sure does. It's nice and warm. A great thing after you've been shoveling the snow.
Absolutely.
And this is kind of like your red Christmas wine.
Very much like our red Christmas wine. We have a red Christmas wine, which is this one right here. The red Christmas wine, same thing. It's a red wine with spices added. We have a white Christmas with spices added as well. They're $10 a bottle. We sell them in cute wood crates like this, where you can sell them as a single or give them as a double gift. And we also, the quintessential holiday wine for me is our cranberry wine.
Oh.
It's made with 3 to 5 pounds of cranberries per bottle.
That's right.
It is exquisite. It's like cranberry juice cocktail, but with a little fun in it.
And it would go great with turkey.
With turkey, with duck, with anything, it's one of those that you have to have it on the table because it literally tastes like the holidays.
So it's one of those, you bring it for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And you make sure that your host or hostess opens it.
Absolutely. And what we love to do, we actually take the cranberry wine and we mix it with a little bit of our sparkling brut, and it makes the most amazing cocktail for when people come over.
Oh, so that would be a cranberry sparkler.
Cranberry sparkler, absolutely. So between the cranberry sparkler and if you have the Christmas wines, you have them warmed up, your whole house is going to smell like Christmas.
So what other holiday events or activities do you have going on at Lynfred?
Well, we actually extend our hours the week before Thanksgiving. We're open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day through the 23rd.
Wow.
So we are open for wine tasting. We always say it's a great place if you need to get away from the family during the holidays, just to pop in for a wine tasting. We also have our bed and breakfast suites that I think are probably one of my favorite things to give during the holidays. It's an exquisite gift. You can give it as a gift for your wife, for your husband, for your parents. It's an absolutely lovely gift.
And of course, you've got your wine club.
We have our wine club.
Is it possible to give that as a gift to somebody for a year?
It's the gift that keeps on giving, and it's wine, so everyone's going to like you. But we have it available in 3 months, 6 months, or a year. And we have all different kinds of clubs. We have fruit wine clubs. We have a new release club where you get red and white. We have one where you get all reds. We have one where you can pick sparkling or dessert wines. So we have a little bit of something for everybody.
Wow, that's terrific. And of course, you do have absolutely darling things here. This is hilarious.
You always have to have a little humor during the holidays, and we just think, why not dress up your wine too?
And of course, during the holidays, if somebody comes in here to shop and to get some wine, and you do ship wine too.
Absolutely. We have certain ships. So I think we have about 10, 11 states we can ship to right now. But Texas, California, so there's a lot of places you can send it out to everybody as well.
Terrific. So while you're here, also, you have specials during the week, Epicurean experiences.
Oh, we have, yes. One of my favorite gifts you could give for the holidays, it's actually called the Couples Tasting, and it's $100 for a couple, and it is a private Epicurean experience for two. And I think you and I have talked about about the Epicurean experience in the past. It's 6 different appetizers paired with 3 different wines. It's absolutely beautiful. The chefs, it's a private event where you get wine tasting, you get a tour, and that's for the couples experience. But then we also have the Epicurean experience that you can book every Saturday and Sunday afternoon. And we have wine and cheese pairings back in our VIP room as well during the week.
Are the couples experiences just for people staying in the bed and breakfast, or are they for
It's
everyone?
for anybody. Yeah, it's $100 for 2 people. You can give it as a gift. It makes a really wonderful gift card, and they can book it at a later date if they'd like.
That's terrific. That's just terrific. So, in fact, how about showing us the VIP room
I would
today?
love to show you the VIP room.
It's just been opened. Maybe you could give us a quick tour.
Absolutely.
Many people who come to the tasting room at Lynfred don't realize that back in the interior of the building is an absolutely lovely room called
The VIP room.
And Christina, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, this room used to be a storage area, and we just have expanded and we've grown, and so we were like, we really needed to have another room. So this room we built in, and in fact, this bar right here was the original bar at the old house when we first opened the winery. And it was built around the turn of the century. It's an antique Brunswick bar. And they found it at an old bar up in Wisconsin and brought it back to have at the winery. And so we've had it in storage for all these years, and we decided to bring it out for this room. And in this room back here, we do wine and cheese pairings Thursday through Sunday. And we also have it open for wine by the bottle. You can do flights back here. It's open to the public. We sell little flatbreads you can enjoy while you're here. But we also book it out for private parties.
And with the holidays coming, there's probably a lot of offices and families and just groups of friends who are looking for a place for an intimate gathering.
Absolutely, and we do everything from fun little appetizers. You can book. We really customize all of our events, so if there's something very in particular you want, we're happy to do it.
Terrific. Well, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
And happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. Thanks for tuning in, Just Because.